What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this latest project from RJ Payne called Square Root of a Kilo. Now, RJ Payne is a rapper who was Brooklyn bred and groomed in Philly. He's also known as Leatherface and Rain Man, and he has made quite a name for himself over the years in the battle circuit. If you're big into battles, you probably know him as Rain Man because he was putting that work in. But now he's hooked up with Benny the Butcher to become a part of the Black Soprano family, and I remember first hearing him on Erick Sermon's album Vernia. That was an album I actually didn't review, but it's really dope, so check it out. Sometimes these projects just slip through my fingers because I don't have enough time, but he went all the way off on that intro, just like he did on Benny the Butcher's last album, The Plugs I Met. You might remember hearing me speak about RJ on that album review, and he actually took a clip from that review for this album's intro right here. So I thought it was pretty cool to hear my Maritimer accent alongside greats like Pharoahe Monch, Lord Finesse, and many others who were just speaking on the greatness of RJ Payne. So thanks for doing that, RJ. Thought that was pretty cool. And based off what I've heard from RJ on these past projects that I was talking about, he really didn't let me down here at all, and I think he delivered the exact style that I wanted from him. He has bars all day like great cell phone service, and the traditional sample-based production that he chose to spit on really matches well with his style. If you're a fan of traditional hip-hop, just that punch-you-in-the-teeth rap with clever lines and lyricism all over it, this is exactly what you're gonna hear. So don't go into this one if you're more into the new school shit, like if you want trap beats, auto-crooning, bad singing, and all that. That's not what RJ's about. RJ Payne is all about the lines, man. He got more lines on here than a crack whore would have on her mirror, if you feel what I'm saying. But to speak on some of the beats that I really like on A New Day, where you're getting some very smooth horns. On Cocaine Symphony, you're getting these eerie, shimmering keys from DJ Shay. That was definitely one of my favorite beats. It just has this sort of, I would say, haunting feel to it. And you're going to hear some very familiar samples throughout this project as well. Like on the song The Goat, where we hear the same sample that was flipped on MF Doom's song One Beer. I always love that sample, and it works great on this song as well. Then on The Love, we're going to hear the same sample from Jay-Z's track The Evils. And of course, on Rebirth of the Rock, we're getting a posse cut where RJ, DeFever, and Sonny Black jump on the instrumental from You, Me, Him, and Her, which of course is off of Jay-Z's Dynasty album, man. I hear people disrespecting that shit all the time. If you listen to my podcast where I was ranking Jay-Z's albums, you might remember I was speaking quite highly of this album. And that's because I think it's dope, man. I think it had plenty of great features, lots of great beats, so it was pretty cool to hear him take one of the beats from that project and flip it on here to make a pretty dope song. But now I want to get into some of those hard-hitting bars that are just going to smash you in the face like a spinning clothesline from Zangief, because RJ Payne, not only does he bring great lyricism, he also spits like he really means it. He has a lot of charisma in his voice and a very strong mic presence as well, and that's something that I speak on a lot in my reviews. I'm sure if you've seen some of my other Indian underground reviews, I'm often complaining about artists who just don't have a distinct sound. They don't spit with conviction like they mean it. Sometimes it sounds like they're just reading their shit. That is obviously not the case with RJ Payne, who isn't an amateur, man. Like, he's been rapping for quite a while now. I know he puts out tons of projects. This is just the first one that I did get around to reviewing. But I really like his bars on the song Purge Night. This one is produced by Derringer. Again, we're getting this very eerie, like horror movie style production that works well with the style. And RJ spits nasty Philly shit, school kill flow, spark steel, these bitches doing cartwheels like it's a Drew Hill show. Thought that was hilarious, just to picture these girls wilding out on stage because Cisco's probably doing a fucking backflip and spinning around with his silver hair. To finish that bar, he also adds, I'm saying, meet the Sopranos, more heat than a flannel, the Avengers, beat by Derringer, it's featuring Thanos. Love how he's dropping all these pop culture references throughout this album. Really does just kind of grab you when you hear these things that you recognize. And you're going to get more of that on other songs, like on Drumline, where he says, my hammer violent, staying silent, put a hole big enough for you to stick your hand inside it. That shit is crazy, so I guess he's got some doom guns, man, like the BFG, the big fucking gun. You remember that back in the day? It shoots the big green plasma rifle, just kills everything, so he's coming through with some big heat. And to finish these lines, he says, analyze it, clean the situation up, sanitize it, Carlton Banks, dance on your tombstone, glamorize it. So again, you're getting a pretty funny visual there, like he's putting a hole in you the size of a fucking, I don't know, a giant bagel hole or some shit, even bigger than that because he's putting his hand through you. And then he's doing the Carlton Banks dance on top of it, man. You really are going to get a lot of wordplay and gun bars on here. So if you're hoping for focused storytelling and a lot of social commentary, deep topics and those sorts of things, you might be a little bit disappointed. I wasn't disappointed myself, but I do think next time around, I really would like to hear some more topics from RJ, you know what I mean? Some songs that are focused, like telling a whole story from beginning to end, maybe breaking down some more issues and stuff like that, just because to me that's the stuff that really sticks and has longevity. This is certainly fine, like he got lines all over this fucking thing, man. He got more lines than Corduroy Pants. He's coming through with great production as well. Everybody involved here did their thing. I'm just saying, to make an even better project, that's what I would like, but that's just a personal thing, because I like when the content gets deep. You know, you have these stories that really suck you in, get vivid, hit you in the heart, man, hit you in the brain. That's just my opinion on that, though. But I mean, that's not really to take too much away from this project, because there are plenty of songs that I like, including Smoke. This is probably my favorite track on here. I just love the vocal chops, love the way the bass builds up, and RJ Payne and 38 Special once again are coming through with that heavy artillery when it comes to the lines. So RJ says, I want all the smoke, I aim for the jokes, Gemini twin hammers on me, check my horoscope, there's some gun bars for you astrology followers. And 38 Special says, got that Michael Jordan rain, got that penny handle, that new addition to the game, don't make me Jimmy Jam you. I thought that was a fire ass line, and I do appreciate that penny reference, because he's someone who had a bad injury, really didn't seem like his career panned out the way that we thought it was going to be, but even still, man, when he was at his best, he was an exciting player. So shout out to Penny Hardaway, and I like that line from 38 Special. But to get back to what I was saying about how I wanted some deeper storytelling, maybe some more hard-hitting content, I'm not saying that there's none of that on here, because you do get a couple of moments that are a bit more introspective. Like on The Pain and My Dreams, these are two songs where he does speak on the pain that he suffered when his mother and his brother passed away, just a bit of a personal look into his life. And on Never Give In, we get a sort of light and bluesy joint with Elzhi, where they're both speaking on how they never gave in, obviously. Just their perseverance, they're still going hard, they ain't ever gonna give in. So I really did like that track. Elzhi, of course, is always a great feature. But the deepest track has got to be Philly Soul featuring OT The Real. First of all, I really like the way OT sounds on here. He's got a bit of raspiness to his voice, and it fits well with the production, because I'd say this is probably the most laid-back beat on here. And Payne is spitting some of the album's realest lines on here. This is a song where he really does go a bit deeper and provide some social commentary. So like I said, I'm not saying there's nothing on here, just a bit more focus, and more of that, in my opinion, would, you know, just be a bit better. That's all I'm saying. I ain't hating. So he says, fuck 'em, I don't condone drug dealing and scamming, but this is an everyday struggle, so I still understand them. I'm saying, every day the blood spill where we standin', no wonder all the children feel so abandoned. So he's just speaking on the hopelessness and despair that is within people. Sometimes they feel like they can't do anything else, there's nothing else for them to do. So he's not condoning the dirt that people do, but he kind of understands it and how people are in these positions making these choices. So I thought that was pretty cool, and he does expand on it even more with these bars. Let's talk about it. Look, daddy booked mother high, all we did was fucking cry. Cut and dry, these caterpillars don't turn to butterflies. So when the children go to jail, don't even wonder why. They say we all got opportunity, that's a fucking lie. That is some real shit right there, man. I really appreciate that he brought some of this on some of these tracks. So overall, man, I thought this was a pretty dope album. I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5. I just think, you know, I could have gone even higher. Like, I could see RJ making a 4.5 at least. I just wanted some more focused storytelling, deeper content, some more social commentary from him, because the little bit that you get on here makes it clear that he has a lot to say. He's not just some young guy who hasn't been through a lot and is still trying to find his way. Just spit some bars by accident. But, you know, that's not really too much of a complaint. That's just a personal thing. So it is what it is. Still a very dope project. Don't get it twisted. RJ Payne, The Square Root of a Kilo, probably going to be one of my favorite albums this year. I can expect it to make my top 20 or top 30 for sure. So stay tuned for that. We got a couple of months to go. And let me know what you think about this project, man. As usual, you want to make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.